speech by giving you a little magic trick. Watch this. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, 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 tock. Do you realize that 15 seconds of your life just passed by? And now with that pause, ta-da, 20 seconds of your life is now gone out those windows. Poof. Magic. Isn't it amazing how fast time flies and just keeps on ticking? Ladies and gentlemen, in today's speech, I'd like us all to think about this. How many of you here have some kind of device on you that tells the time? Raise your hand. Of course you do. Perhaps you have a watch. Or maybe you have an iPhone with a little clock on it. Or an iPad. Or an iPod. Or perhaps even the new iClock. The point is, we all have some kind of device on us that tells the time because it's so vital to our being. It's like the air we breathe. So in today's speech, I'd like us all to stop for a moment and really think about this amazing thing called time and focus in on three things. First off, time is precious. Secondly, time is a precious gift. And thirdly, what you do with that precious gift of time really is all that matters. So let's begin. Time is precious. Yes, like this cute little baby. You could try to grab time, you could try to reach it, but it's going to go right through your little feet. My dad would always say to me about things in the past. He'd say, Keith, let it go. What's done is done. It's water over the dam. Now, we all know how precious time is as ToastMasters. That's why we time our speeches, right? We have our green, yellow, and red indicators. I want to share with you a personal story on how I learned how precious time is as a Toastmaster. You see, 2 times I've been before all of you in the Toastmaster competition. And I competed, and I worked hard, and I made it all the way to the finals. And as I got on that stage, in front of hundreds of people, I got lost in time, and time kept by me. You know what happened? I got disqualified for being over the time limit. 1 year by 4 little seconds. The next year by 2 little seconds. Talk about time being precious and ticking by. It reminds me of that funny quote from the famous boxer, Iron Mike Tyson. He said, yes, time flies. And you know where it leaves you? Old too soon and smart too late. And that was me. So I vowed, after that experience, to never go over my time limit again. So here I am, inspired by that, to help inspire you to be mindful of time is ticking and time is precious. But even more importantly, let's think about your life and here on earth with your loved ones. How time is precious at a birthday party, just sharing in laughter. Or perhaps precious time in a family reunion. Or even sometimes sharing in a heartfelt tear when one of your loved ones passes on. So let's remember, time is precious. And before we move on to our next point, just a quick funny quote on time. According to Zoll's second law, how long is a minute? Depends on what side of the bathroom door you're on. Number 2, time is a precious gift. Yes, think about this. You didn't earn time, right? You can't work harder and get more time, can you? No, we're all given that same gift of 24 hours in a day. Maybe you've heard of that quote. Yesterday's the past. Tomorrow is the future. Today is a gift. That's why it's called present. Now here's the catch. You all have free will. You could do whatever you want with your precious gift of time. You could choose to throw it away, waste it, just focus on me, me, me. Or you could choose to give your time to love others, to take your precious gift of time to share and bring laughter. So remember, time is a precious gift. For our next point, what you do with your time really is all that matters. Dr. Lloyd Brown from Back to the Future knew this. That's why he kept going back in time and trying to change things in life, right? Think about this. You have 2 big points in your life. The time when you're born, when you come into this world, and then the time when we pass on and leave it. And it's in that space in between, what's known as the dash of your life, when everything you do right now really is all that matters. Here's a powerful visual on this. Here lies you in the dash of your life. Think about this. This is you right now. A funny quote relative to this from the famous musician Luis Berlioz. He says, time is a great teacher, but unfortunately, it kills all its pupils. So the key is to focus on this, and you know if time is limited, then what you do with your time really is all that matters. Now, before we move into our conclusion, a very funny quote from one of the smartest people to ever walk on this planet, Mr. Albert Einstein. When asked why time matters, he said, the only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen all at once. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I'd like you to join me in a little exercise. I'd like you to think for a moment about that little clock that is ticking in your hearts right now. As this song portrays by Andre Bocelli, we all know one day will be our time to say goodbye. And as this hourglass shows, we know we're given a limited amount of time to pass. So imagine this. Let's say you're given a magic watch. Which says you have 1 day left, 24 more precious hours. And you're given unlimited money, unlimited resources to do whatever you want with whomever you want. What would you do? What would you say? Who would you spend that time with? How would you live? Think about this. And imagine you're being given that magic watch right now. What are you going to choose? Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day. And if you don't think every day is great, then try going without one. Remember, time is precious. Time is a precious gift. And what you do with that precious gift really is all that matters. Because time moves on to. I'll have to shut up.